90-Day Fiancé fans shocked at unrecognizable Jenny Slatten. 90-Day Fiancé star Jenny Slatten has been living her best life in India with Sumit Singh. They're some of the most successful TLC couples today. Many were also impressed by what the two have achieved in life, despite all the doubts due to their age gap. Sumit and Jenny have been sharing pictures and clips from their trips around India. But Jenny surprised many of her followers after sharing an unrecognizable photo of herself. Keep reading to see the picture. 90-Day Fiancé, Jenny Slatten finally accepted by Sumit Singh's family. One of the latest updates from Jenny was about the acceptance of Sumit's family into their marriage. It's known that Sadhna and Anil were against their marriage due to their age gap. But Jenny eventually won the hearts of her in-laws behind cameras. The married couple shared the exciting news during an episode of 90-Day Diaries. Since then, Jenny has uploaded photos from her bonding moments with Sumit's parents. The 90-Day Fiancé star even took to social media during Mother's Day to share sweet photos with her mother-in-law. Fans shocked at unrecognizable Jenny Slatten. A 90-Day Fiancé fan page recently reposted Jenny's throwback photo from when she was younger with some of her daughters, Dominique, Christina, and Danae. Many were stunned by how unrecognizable Jenny Slatten was back in the day, while others said she looked a lot like her daughters. Okay, Jenny. She looks like her kids would be mixed. A lot of confusion in this picture, lol. OMG, took me a minute to recognize. I had no idea who Jenny was, but now I realize it's Jenny and Sumit. She looked a bit like Mama June back then. What a great picture. Beautiful family. 90-Day Fiancé, will TLC bring back Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten? Jenny also expressed her desire to return to the franchise after commenting on a 90-Day Fiancé casting IG page saying, Jenny and Sumit would love to be back on the other way, adding that she still has more story to tell than what happened last time. TLC has yet to confirm if they're bringing back the couple. But they've been regulars in the spin-off, Pillow Talk, showing no signs of problems. Others also believe that Jenny only wanted money and that her marriage with Sumit Singh has been healthy for years. 90-Day Fiancé, Jenny fuels Sumit split rumors with new look in the US. Jenny Slatten from 90-Day Fiancé was spotted with a brand new makeover after coming to America without Sumit Singh. Jenny, a 63-year-old from San Diego, has been married to Sumit, a 33-year-old Indian man, for the past year. The couple, who had met sometime in 2012 as Facebook friends, had been in a long-distance relationship and saw each other for the second time in person when they made their reality TV debut. On 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 1, Jenny knew what she was getting into after moving to Sumit's country. In India, Sumit had married a different woman and not told Jenny a couple weeks ago. Jenny was seen in a plane flying from New York City to Palm Springs by a TLC viewer. They commented that Jenny looked sad that Sumit wasn't with her. This gave rise to rumors about Jenny and Sumit's split, which have been fueled because of Jenny's second spotting in America on Friday. Reddit user u/the_Chuckness88 shared a photo of Jenny with brown hair. Jenny, who's always had fine, blonde hair on the show, looked different and young in the pic. 90-Day Fiancé star Jenny looked like she was accompanied by an unknown man sitting opposite her at a table. The caption mentions that the photo was taken by someone named Floor on Instagram. They spotted Jenny with her daughter at the Mantra restaurant in Temecula, California. The man in the picture seems to have been Jenny's daughter's husband. But more importantly, the fan wrote that there was no Sumit in sight. Fans wrote that Jenny looks great as a brunette. Viewer Notobhat recalled Jenny's plane incident and added, I think she was in for the tell-all. Meanwhile, user Nick Parksut suggested it's possible that Jenny is just visiting. Just like Jenny, 90-Day Fiancé star Kenneth "Kenny" Niedermeyer is also coming back to America quite often to meet his family after getting married to Armando Rubio in Mexico. She probably comes home every once in a while to claim her Social Security and all that, wrote Question Rough. During 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 3, when Jenny and Sumit were planning to take a trip to Nepal, he revealed that he's lost his passport. According to Sumit, his ex-wife's parents took it with them. However, Sumit had learned that it was possible for him to get a new one, and it's been over a year since this incident, so his not accompanying Jenny to the US if they are still together is suspicious. Fans who've always wanted Jenny to break up with Sumit hope that she continues to stay in the US and forgets her husband. Moreover, Jenny changing her hair after flying back is a big breakup hint to some people who are sure she's ended her 90-day fiancé relationship. 90-day fiancé, Sumit's mom freaks Jenny out by doing Indian nose flossing technique, Sutra Neti. On 90-day fiancé, the other way, Jenny Slatten and her future in-laws practice yoga together. Things become interesting when Sumit Singh's mother, Sana, demonstrates a cleansing technique called Sutra Neti, which looks like she's flossing her nose. Will Jenny have to try the Sutra Neti technique to gain Sana's approval? On the October 31st episode of 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, Jenny Slatten and her future in-laws practice yoga together. Things become interesting when Sumit Singh's mother, Sana, demonstrates the cleansing technique Sutra Neti, which looks like she's flossing her nose. Will Jenny have to try the nose flossing Sutra Neti technique to gain Sana's approval? Sumit's parents move into his and Jenny's house. On 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, Sumit's mother, Sana, and father, Anil, have moved into their home to make Jenny into a traditional Indian bride. Reluctantly, Jenny allows Sumit's parents into their home. Sana wastes no time after arriving at their home. She immediately notices Jenny's dirty kitchen and tells her to clean it properly. She points out every dirty corner of the kitchen. Then, Sana shows Jenny how to cook a proper traditional Indian meal. However, Jenny feels attacked by Sumit's parents and wants them to leave her house. Sumit's mom freaks out Jenny by flossing her nose. In the October 31st episode of 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, after a night of being sick, Jenny attempts to impress Sumit's parents by practicing yoga with them. Sana reveals she used to be a yoga teacher. Jenny says, "I'm very impressed with his parents. You can tell they're professional. You can tell they know what they're doing, just calling out all of the poses." Jenny struggled with the yoga poses. Check out the clip below. Then, Sana demonstrates a traditional yoga cleansing technique called Sutra Neti, which involves inserting a wet string into their nasal passage. First, Sana puts mustard oil into her nose. Then, she inserts the string into her nose and pulls it out through her mouth. This technique is used to clear out the nasal passage and remove dirt and mucus. Jenny refuses to try Sutra Neti. After Sana did the Sutra Neti cleansing technique on herself, then Sumit's father did the same. Then, they washed the string with water and suggested that Jenny should try it as well. Despite Jenny doing almost anything to make Sumit's parents accept her, this is where she drew the line. Jenny explained, "I'll do almost anything to impress Sumit's parents, but that's one thing where, I'm sorry, I just can't do." Sumit's mother kept trying to get Jenny to try the nasal cleansing technique, but Jenny wouldn't budge. In the upcoming episode, Jenny has been doing everything she can to win over Sumit's family. Sana asks to speak to Jenny alone, which could either be good or bad. Jenny has been following all of Sana's lessons on how to become a traditional Indian housewife. In the 3 days that Sana and Anil stay in Sumit and Jenny's house, Jenny will have to try her hardest to win them over. Fans will have to continue watching 90-Day Fiancé, the other way, to determine if Sumit's parents ever accept Jenny and give their blessings. 90-Day Diaries featured a wild update on Jenny and Sumit that should have been saved for a larger storyline. Warning: the following contains spoilers for the 90-Day Diaries episode "Lay All Your Love on Me." Read at your own risk. 90-Day Diaries usually serves as a good opportunity for a brief check-in with couples who haven't been featured within the franchise in a while. As a result, longtime fans receive an idea of what they're up to. It's starting to sound like the cast is collectively going through a lot, however, because right after Ariella Weinberg and Biniam Schreiber's dramatic update, fans learned of an even wilder one from Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh. The couple gave what might be the most substantial update on their run since the very start, and I'm shocked it wasn't saved for a larger spin-off. As someone who once called Jenny and Sumit's storyline the worst, I have to say this was huge news. I love that 90-Day Diaries doesn't just fill the show with fluff updates and saves the hard-hitting stuff for spin-offs that aren't primarily filmed with cell phones. However, I can't believe this was how we found out Sumit and Jenny are back on good terms with the former's parents. 90-Day Fiancé, Jenny and Kimberly's tell-all showdown, fans take sides. Jenny Slatten and Kimberly Rochelle have a showdown on the 90-Day Fiancé, the other way tell-all. Fans pick sides and share their opinions on the cast members. 90-Day Fiancé, Jenny Slatten joins Kimberly Rochelle on tell-all. Kimberly Rochelle returns to America to film the reunion special. However, she didn't know that there would be a special guest joining the show. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh join in remotely from India to weigh in on the TLC newcomers' relationship. They feel that they had similar experiences. Jenny reveals that the 90-Day Fiancé, the other way cast member, was very unappreciative of everything. Hearing her say, "I hate India," broke her heart. She couldn't believe she said that. However, Kimberly tells the TLC star that her opinion doesn't matter to her. And Sumit's wife tells her that her opinion doesn't matter to her either. She adds that she needs to respect India or don't be here. TJ Goswami's wife says that she doesn't want to be in India. So, Jenny replies, "Keep your *** in America." Jenny feels Kimberly is disrespecting Indian culture. Kimberly laughs throughout the whole conversation. Jenny says that she can laugh. But she feels that she is being very entitled. She also thinks the TLC star is being a little spoiled brat. TJ Goswami's wife then calls Sumit's wife the C-word. Jenny tells the 90-Day Fiancé, the other way newbie, that she should come to India and that she would love to meet her in person. TJ's wife says that she will give her the address to where she lives. And Sumit's wife agrees to meet up. The TLC star feels that Kimberly has been disrespectful towards the Indian culture. She tells her to stay out of India and don't come back. However, TJ's wife doesn't think she is being disrespectful. So, she isn't sorry about how she acted. 90-Day Fiancé, the other way fans pick sides. Jenny Slatten also had a hard time adjusting to her new life in India. She didn't want to live with her in-laws or always have to be the one cooking and cleaning. One person says that she and Sumit Singh had a lot of issues in the beginning. Arguably more than Kim and TJ. Another person feels that she needs to live under Sumit's parents' roof in order to be able to speak on the same level as Kim's emotions. A person even feels that she has selective amnesia about how she behaved in the past. However, some 90-Day Fiancé, the other way viewers didn't like how Kimberly Rochelle acted. One person doesn't like her attitude. Another person feels that she is being immature and disrespectful. As for Kimberly calling Sumit Singh's wife the C-word, many people didn't think that was necessary. One person feels that she should apologize. Another person thinks she should feel bad for calling her that. But will the two meet in India? Kimberly Rochelle calls Jenny Slatten the C-word on 90-Day Fiancé, the other way tell-all. Reading time, 4 minutes. Just a few weeks ago, 90-Day Fiancé, the other way Season 5 star Kimberly Rochelle got into an ugly online spat. She disparaged Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh, OGs from that spin-off who are also very popular among fans. It turns out that this barely scratched the surface. Their real conflict was so much uglier. On the upcoming Season 5 tell-all, Kimberly calls Jenny the C-word. Jenny doesn't take that lying down either. 30-year-old Kimberly Rochelle moved to India to be with Tejaswi TJ Goswami. This was after they met online, which, in turn, was after she allegedly had a dream about him months earlier. Kimberly has shared that she is clairvoyant. However, there are some things that she didn't see coming. From cow urine in the house to TJ's indifference to her depression and more, she did not have a good time. She also did not endear herself to fans. Things took a turn for the worst when she confronted TJ about how he very obviously did not care about her misery or depression. It could have been a rare sympathetic moment for her. Instead, Kimberly took understandable distress and turned it into a tantrum. At one point, she threw back her head and screamed. This is how a toddler, whose brain is still developing and thus understandably feels overwhelmed by emotion, might behave. Kimberly is a grown 30-year-old woman. Kimberly's banshee wail marked the end of the long, bizarre season. Seriously, why were there so many episodes? Why couldn't the show air normally? But there's still the upcoming Season 5 tell-all special. And in a screen-recorded preview clip on Reddit, Kimberly's showing that the worst is yet to come. USCT, Kimberly tells Jenny in the clip. Those are, as they say, fighting words. And Jenny has plenty of fight in her, it seems. Come to Jaipur, she tells Kimberly through the video feed. I'd love to meet you. Folks, that is not what you call a friendly invitation. Obviously, fans have sided pretty heavily with Jenny. She and Sumit actually love each other, and Kimberly clearly crossed a line. Also, people quipped Kashmir side in Jaipur. It's a great reference, one that, to my horror, I must note is from 7 entire years ago. Someone, please stop the passage of time. But in addition to the implied fight, Jenny was pointing out that, at the moment, Kimberly isn't in Jaipur. We don't know for certain if Kimberly is still in the United States. But she certainly was. And we now understand why she and Jenny seem to detest each other. 90 Day Fiancé spoilers, Kimberly Rochelle blasts Sumit Singh and Jenny Slatten for being fake. 90 Day Fiancé, the Other Way cast member, Kimberly Rochelle hasn't been very quiet since she first appeared on the show. She has been pretty active on social media and is very open about how she feels about other cast members from the show. In a recent post of hers, it came out that she was throwing major shade at Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh. Jenny and Sumit were one of the first couples where the American actually moved to India. Of course, Kimberly tried to do this with her husband, T.J. Goswami, and according to her social media account, it didn't work out. Now it looks as if Kimberly is not holding back when it comes to how she feels about this couple. Let's find out more. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way spoilers, Kimberly's true feelings. While some of the former cast members were watching 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way and commented on it during Pillow Talk, it came up that she should have done her research when it came to marrying a man in India. In fact, Jenny and Sumit questioned if she even knew what she was getting herself into when she told him that she would move there for him. Fans of the show saw Jenny and Sumit go through some tough times when she first moved there, and Jenny can very much relate to Kimberly. In a recent live on TikTok, Kimberly shared exactly how she felt about them. Kimberly told her fans, "They don't interest me. They're fake." Saying they're fake is an opinion. That's not hating on them. I do think that they're fake people. I don't think that their story was real. She then added in the comments, "They talk a big game for the cameras and are quick to retract in private once the cameras aren't rolling. I have no respect for people like them." 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way spoilers, fans comment on Kimberly's hate. Of course, as soon as Kimberly's followers saw this, they just had to speak out about her actions. One wrote, "At least Jenny never claimed to be clairvoyant." Another added, "Isn't she supposed to be so deep and loving and gentle and zen, because all I've seen so far is her screaming, crying, tantruming, and bashing other people." These comments went on about how horrible the fans thought that Kimberly and how she should not bash other 90 Day Fiancé couples. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is one of the most interesting shows in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise. On this spin-off, which launched in 2019, the scripts are completely flipped. American cast members are shown moving overseas to be with the loves of their lives. After several seasons of the original show, it's refreshing to see the opposite and watch Americans step outside their comfort zones. In this The Other Way guide, you'll find out all the deets on one of TLC's most fascinating shows. The Other Way couples. The Other Way has featured many interesting cast members throughout its run. Many of them have gone on to appear on other shows in the franchise, due to their dramatic personalities and compelling storylines. Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh are the couple who have appeared the most times on the show, and it's no surprise. The couple have a 30-year age gap between them, which is surprisingly the least of their troubles. Sumit's Indian family are extremely judgmental of Jenny. They've put up roadblocks in the couple's relationship from the minute they found out about the couple. Other notable couples include Ariella Weinberg and Biniam Schreiber, who later appeared on 90 Day Fiancé Season 9. Tiffany Franco, who appeared alongside her husband Ronald Smith, has also popped back up in the franchise. Armando Rubio and Kenneth Niedermeyer melted fans' hearts with their love story, and will soon return to the spin-off. The heroes and villains of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 4. Memorable moments on The Other Way. Some of the franchise's most memorable and impactful moments came from The Other Way, as well as some of the most quoted phrases. Fans still love to joke about how Jihun Lee's whole family's anal so clean, and Debbie Aguero falling off that donkey will never not be funny. Danielle Gates cemented her status as a 90 Day Fiancé villain on The Other Way Season 4. She made fans' eyes roll with her incessant sage burning and coconut kicking. Brittany Banks' disastrous first visit with Yazan Abio Herrera also won't be forgotten soon. The American cast members' lack of preparation to move to another country often leads to dramatic and memorable moments. So far, there have been 4 seasons of The Other Way, making it one of the spin-offs with the fewest seasons. However, TLC recently changed up its programming to make way for another new season of The Other Way just a few months after the last one ended. This is great news for anyone who wasn't satisfied with the last season of The Other Way. The Other Way episodes, as mentioned earlier in this The Other Way guide, the spin-off first.